1 minute, Mr Mayor.
They used to do what we did.
Calling Mr Mayor. Ding ding. 1 minute, Mr Mayor.
Over there. I'll let David make note.
Good evening, welcome. It's 6 p.m, so we'll start our special meeting here tonight, the 9th of October 2018, here at the Bairnsdale Corporate Centre. East Gippsland Shire Council live streams, records and publishes its meetings via webcasting to enhance the accessibility of its meetings to the broader East Gippsland community. These recordings are also archived and available for viewing by the public or used for publicity or information purposes. At the appropriate times during the meeting, any members of the gallery who are addressing Council will have their image, comments or submissions recorded. Please ensure your mobile phones and other electronic devices are turned off or are in silent mode for the duration of this meeting. Item 1.1, I'd like to, on behalf of Council, acknowledge the Gunai-Kurnai people, the traditional owners of the land where we are gathered, and pay our respects to their elders, both past and present. Item 1.2, apologies, Mr CEO.
We have one apology from Councillor Mark Reeves.
Thank you. No further apologies. Item 1.3 is declaration of conflicts of interest.
We've received nil, Mr Mayor.
Item 1.4, our next meetings, we have a special statutory council meeting to elect the Mayor and Deputy Mayor for the ensuing period. That's on Tuesday the 30th of October 2018, to be held here at the Bairnsdale Corporate Centre commencing at 6 p.m. Our next meeting is the Ordinary Council meeting Tuesday the 13th of November 2018, to be held also at the Corporate Centre here in Bairnsdale commencing at 1 p.m. So item 2 is our annual report 2017-2018, and we have Mr David Radford in attendance. Thank you, Mr Radford.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and good evening, councillors. Councillors, this report presents the annual report 2017-18 for Council's endorsement under the requirements of the Local Government Act 1989. The annual report 2017-18 details our organisation's performance against its financial, social and economic goals. It also includes Council's progress against the Council plan and details Council's financial position. The information contained in the report was provided by officers from across our organisation and following the Local Government Victoria's Better Practice Guide. The annual report was provided to the Minister for Local Government on the 27th of September, which is its legislative timeframe, and is presented this evening for Council's endorsement. Although it is a legislative requirement, we regard this annual report as being much more. It's a snapshot in the time of the life of this organisation and proof that there's so much more to local government than roads, rates and rubbish. A video of Council's highlights over the past year has also been created for the second year running to complement this publication and to provide a more customer-friendly way of sharing the key information from the annual report. Mr Mayor, with the permission of you and the Council, I'd like to share this video with you and for those that are viewing at home.
Certainly, Mr Radford.
There's so much more to local government than just roads, rates and rubbish. East Gippsland Shire Council provides over 100 services to over 40 individual communities across a geographic area which covers 10% of the entire state of Victoria. Our Council Plan 2017 to 2021 was adopted by Council in June 2017 and sets Council's priorities and direction over 4 years. Following extensive public consultation and stakeholder engagement, the plan consists of 3 key themes for the region: strong communities, a livable region, a growing regional area. These are underpinned by 2 themes that guide how we will work to achieve this, through good governance and responsive services. Here are some of the highlights from our 2017-18 annual report that we'd like to share with you. We encourage you to read through our annual report and celebrate the successes and challenges with us. Copies can be obtained from our website, eastgippsland.vic.gov.au, or viewed at any of our customer service centres. The council plan is reviewed and updated annually after consultation with the community, councillors and staff to ensure we continue to deliver the most appropriate community services and projects. The revised Council Plan 2017 to 2021 was adopted at a special council meeting on the 26th of June 2018. Our organisation and our valued staff look forward to continuing to implement Council's vision to make East Gippsland the most livable region in Australia, a place of natural beauty, enviable lifestyles and opportunities.
So thank you, councillors. In summary, the annual report as presented to you this evening provides a summary of council's activities for the 2017-18 financial year. The production of the document supports two of council's goals as detailed in your council plan. East Gippsland Shire Council is inclusive, engaged and open, and council is in a strong financial position and can provide for future generations of East Gippslanders. The document will be available from Council's website and copies are on display at Council's customer service centres. The video that councillors have viewed this evening will be posted on our website and on our YouTube channel and displayed on the information screens at our customer service centres and libraries. It will also be used as part of the induction for new staff joining the organisation, showing that the East Gippsland Shire Council does achieve great outcomes for our communities and that we celebrate the successes and face the challenges together. Councillors, you have a recommendation before you this evening, and I'm pleased to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Mr Radford. I'd like to thank you on behalf of Council for the excellent work from your team in putting this together. I know the electronic version of the annual report was well received last year, and it will be well received again this year, and I think the opening and closing shots with the people that make up the organisation are critically important. We are an organisation about people, and I think it's fitting that we saw that at the end. Councillors, any questions, please? Question, Councillor Pearls.
Yes, Mr Radford, if you may just clarify the process from here when this is adopted tonight with how it gets sent off to the Minister and how long we have to wait before this can be put online. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pels. So the statutory obligation for Council is to provide a copy to the Minister by the 30th of September. As councillors would recall, you saw the audited financials which you've passed at a special meeting of Council. So this falls outside the financial statements and more the achievements of the organisation. So the document has been provided to the Minister for Local Government, and it's a requirement that it comes to Council as early as possible after the 30th of September for endorsement. So next steps, should Council adopt the annual report, is that the document will be available on our website and distributed tomorrow through our customer service centres.
Thank you, Councillor Pearls. Any further questions? Councillors, we do have a recommendation before you. Do have a mover? Is that Councillor White? Did you? No. Councillor Roberts, thank you. The seconder, Councillor Ellis. The speakers.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I can see many hours have gone into this from many different mediums and medias, and it's great to have a cohesive document that's easily accessible to get a good overview of Council's workings over the last 12 months, and commend this document, and thank you, Mr Radford.
Thank you, Councillor Roberts. Councillor Ellis.
No further words other than to collaborate the words of Councillor Roberts and congratulate the Mr Radford on his good work and the diversity of media used in the promotion of this particular plan. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further speakers? Councillor Pearls.
Yes, I'd just like to highlight a few things. Given the fact that we are a population of just over 46,100 people, I think it's really interesting to see that 46.4% of our community is an aged population. The annual report covers 203 pages, so if anyone out in the outer side world is interested, it will be available online, and I recommend that you actually have a good read of it to see what's installed for us. I think, you know, our aspirations are really important, and I believe that the baseline that we want to develop East Gippsland into the most livable, enviable community is a really great base for us to start with. With some improvements I'd like to just highlight with regards to the planning section, that we are now coming in at 81.82% of planning permits being passed within 60 days, which is a fantastic achievement. And it's an area that the staff have worked really hard on. And I think there's opportunities in this report to commend staff on achievements where we haven't been doing so well in the past, and they've actually been recognised now in this document. So I think that's probably a really good idea for the community to take on board. Also, I'd like to say that the revenue that we get, 53% of it comes from our rates, and the other 47% comes from grant funding. So if the community can bear that in mind, we fare quite well in the way of grant funding. It's coming into our community to upgrade our assets, and I think that's really something worth commending from our staff to be able to source those opportunities when available, and being able to allocate them to projects that we can take advantage of. And with that said, I'd like to commend the staff and all councillors to support this tonight.
Thank you, Councillor Pearls. Any further speakers? If there's no further speakers, I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Against?
It's carried unanimously. Thank you. Being no further business, I'll close the meeting at 6:17. Thank you.